Deep in the heart of the Danakil Desert in the northeastern corner of Ethiopia, lives a nomadic herding tribe known as the toughest people in Africa. The Afar people are an ethnic group who inhabit the salt mines of Lake Afar, a region famous as the Land of Death, or the harshest place on earth. They are traditional nomadic herders known for their tough and unfriendly nature, reflecting the harsh environment in which they live. For centuries, they have endured scorching heat, water scarcity, and volcanic activity to maintain their way of life through salt mining and transporting it across the desert with camels. Like the Kurds, they inhabit a region that spans several countries, but lack the political territory they can call their own. Lake Afar is part of the Danakil Depression located in Ethiopia, stretching over approximately 60,000 square kilometers and situated at an elevation of about 130 meters below sea level. This region is known for its extreme temperatures, with an average ranging from 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, nearly half of the boiling point. However, paradoxically, Lake Afar is where the Afar people seek their livelihood. In the midst of the dry salt desert forming a vast white landscape, tens of thousands of families make a living by mining one of the most valuable commodities in the world. Amid the scorching heat of these salt flats, the tradition of salt trading has been passed down from one generation to the next. For about the last 3,000 years, the Afar people have been mining salt from the remnants of the Red Sea's floods in this region. The salt trade has attracted traders from all over Ethiopia, drawn to sell salt to households and farmers in the country, where salt provides essential minerals, especially for the largest livestock population in Africa. In general, the Afar tribe employs traditional methods and tools for salt mining. They cut the salt with axes into large slabs, then further cut it into tiles weighing around 4 kilograms. The salt they successfully mine and shape into tiles is then stacked and transported using camels. Every day, approximately 1,000 camels form caravans to transport these salt slabs to the town of Berahil, which is located 80 kilometers from the mines. This journey takes about 3 days using camels as the mode of transport. In addition to the physical labor, the salt miners must also pay a salt collection tax before they are allowed to leave. Lake Afar is a salt plain formed within a closed basin where rainfall cannot flow. In a humid climate, a lake would form, but in the desert, water quickly evaporates before being replenished by rain. As a result, dissolved salt and minerals are left behind as a solid layer. In the past, salt from Lake Afar had very high value and was used as currency. However, today the value of these salt slabs is only equivalent to a few Ethiopian bears. With very low wages for such strenuous work, the Afar people feel they are not treated fairly. For them, it is an incredibly difficult job. Besides working in extremely hot temperatures, they must rise at dawn and travel for up to 2 hours to arrive at the mine on time and extract as much as they can before the sun sets on the western horizon. They earn an average of only 1 bear, or approximately $0.18, for each salt tile they cut, while the average miner can produce about 200 tiles per day. However, despite the harshness of this work and the low wages, the Afar people see it as a realistic job and an integral part of their culture. Therefore, they always oppose the efforts of foreign companies to establish factories in the region. In 2011, an entrepreneur attempted to establish a factory in this region, but the elders of the Afar tribe strongly opposed the initiative and forced the company to withdraw. The Afar people were deeply concerned that advanced technology that could easily replace their work would be introduced by outsiders, resulting in the loss of their livelihood that they had practiced for centuries. Nevertheless, no matter how vehemently the local residents opposed modernization, it eventually managed to breach their defenses, allowing the entry of trucks that are now permitted to transport salt, in tandem with the increasing demand. Undoubtedly, this is a highly uncomfortable compromise that the local population had to embrace, particularly when it involves the volume of salt sales that ultimately improve the livelihoods of miners and their families. However, with the introduction of this new means of transportation, the sight of camels that used to traverse the Afar salt routes and almost became a timeless spectacle in the region will soon become a part of history. On the other hand, at present, asphalt roads have been constructed throughout the Afar region to facilitate access to the salt mines. Nevertheless, as previously explained, this will disrupt the traditional salt production that has long been the primary source of income for the local population.